good day guys! Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, ang pag-uusapan natin is about shear and moment equation and diagram. So here we have a 10 meter simply supported beam na merong various kinds of load, merong varying load, uniformly distributed load, merong concentrated load, and meron ding concentrated moment. So una, pag mag-solve tayo ng ganitong klaseng beam, is una kailangan natin kunin yung reaction sa bawat support. So, ang mga supports natin is pin connection at A and roller at point E. So, alam naman natin guys, 'di ba, na pagka pin connected ang isang beam or sa support is meron siyang horizontal and vertical reactions. But for this case, wala tayong horizontal reaction, meaning ang reaction at A sa horizontal would be equal to 0. And sa point E naman is meron lang tayong vertical load or vertical reaction. So, kunin muna natin yung reaction at A. So, para makuha ang reaction at A, mag-moment tayo at point E. So, ibig sabihin, ang reaction at A natin, pagka nag-moment tayo at point E, is reaction at A times yung moment arm natin na 10 is equals to yung ating loads na 1/2, 3, times yung 50 natin, times yung moment arm natin from point E para dun sa ating triangular load, which is 2, 4, 6, plus yung 1/3 ng 3 or ating 8. So then plus yung ating uniformly distributed load na 3 times 30 times yung moment arm natin, which is 4 plus 1.5, which is equal to so that is 5.5 or 11 over 2. Then yung ating point load, which is 50 times moment arm natin is 4, and then yung ating concentrated moment, which is negative 130. So ang reaction natin at A would be equal to 233 over 2 kilonewton positive, meaning tama yung assumption natin na siya upward or equivalent to 116.5 kilonewton. And then, para naman sa ating reaction at E, mag-moment tayo at point A. So, moment at A. So, ang reaction at E natin, moment arm is 10. And then, yung sa mga loads natin, which is 1/2, 3 times 50 times yung ating moment arm, which is 2, plus 3 times 30 times yung ating moment arm na 9/2, and then plus 50 times moment arm natin is 6, and then plus 130. So, pag sinolve natin to guys, ang makukuha nating reaction at E is equals to 197 over 2 kilonewton upward, since positive ang nakuha natin, or equivalent to 98.5 kilonewton. Okay. So, para ma-check natin guys kung tama yung ating reactions, so di ba alam natin na ang summation ng forces ng upward must be equal to the summation of forces downward. So, pag pinag-add natin itong 116.5 and yung 98.5, is dapat equal siya dun sa magnitude ng ating total loads dito sa given figure natin. So, okay, to start, para sa ating segment AB, ang magiging cut natin would be like this. So, ikakat natin siya at segment AB. So, ito yung unang cut natin. So, bago tayong proceed guys, so, ang bilang ng cut natin dito sa ganitong klase ng segment is depende doon sa discontinuity ng ating load. So, dito, ito yung unang cut natin, and then pangalawa is dito, pangatlo is dito, and then pang-apat doon sa after nung ating concentrated moment. So, para sa segment AB, so ang magiging cut natin is ganito, and i-consider natin lahat, ang reference natin is point A. So, let's say ito ang ating segment. So, meron tayong reaction at A, diba? No? 116.5. So, meron tayong 116.5 dito. And then, so ang magiging shear at A natin or shear natin at segment AB would be equal to, so pag kinonsider natin guys yung ating left side ng ating segment is ganito ang magiging direction ng ating moment and ng ating shear. So let's say for example, we have a given any kind of load and then yung reference natin is dun sa point A or dun sa dulo. So dito, meron tayong consider ng distance x and yung magnitude y. So para dun sa y, kunin lang natin yung ating corresponding value ng y with respect to x natin. So kunin lang natin yung ratio and proportion. So y is to x is equals to yung magnitude natin 50 is to 3. Or ang ating y would be equal to 50 over 3x. So, para pag-substitute natin dito sa ating equation is naka-respect to x lahat. So, okay. So, proceed tayo guys. So, shear at AB would be equal to yung load natin. So, lahat po dito is load lang muna. Wala tayong moment arm since shear lang ang pinag-uusapan natin. So, magiging siyang 233 over 2 since ito is downward must be equal to upward guys. So, shear is equals to 116.5 or 233 over 2. Then, minus yung ating 1/2, yung area ng ating load, which is 1/2 x, times y. Pero ang sabi natin, ang y natin is 50 over 3 x. So, okay. So, simplify lang natin to guys. So, magiging ano natin is 50 over 6 or 25 over 3 x squared negative plus 233 over 2. So, ito yung ating shear at segment AB. Then, ano ang range natin guys? So, ang range natin is from 0 to 3. So, from 0 to 3. Yun yung ating range. Then, later on, as we proceed with the problem, ipapakita ko sa inyo kung ano yung pwedeng maging, pwedeng mga possibilities na ilagay natin as distance x. So, pwede kasing from A lahat, or pwedeng at a certain point, after a known distance. So, later, makikita natin sa ating video. So, next is yung values natin is kunin natin later on after each segment. So, next is yung moment at AB, segment AB. So, dito sa moment natin is magkakaroon na tayo ng moment arm. So, una natin is, so, ito is counterclockwise. So, counterclockwise is equals to clockwise. So, magiging siyang 233 over 2 times ang moment arm natin is yung distance x. Then minus yung ating area, 1/2 x. Then yung y natin is 50 over 3x. And then ang moment arm natin with respect to this point is 1/3 ng ating base since with respect siya dun sa ating legs ng ating triangle. So magiging siyang 1/3 ng x. So pag sinimplify natin, magiging siyang 25 over 9x cube negative over 9 x cube then plus 233 over 2x. So kung mapapansin nyo guys, isang shortcut pag gagawa tayo ng shear equation is after natin makuha yung ating shear equation is i-integrate lang natin yung ating given shear equation. Then, once na-integrate natin, yun yung ating magiging corresponding moment equation. Pero yun ay para sa first segment lang or dun sa ating unang cut. As we proceed with the second cut onwards, magkakaroon siya ng konting changes. Although, hindi mawawala yung shortcut natin na pag in-integrate natin yung ating shear equation is makukuha natin yung moment equation. So, kung mapapansin nyo guys, pag in-integrate natin si negative 25 over 3x squared is magiging siyang negative 25 over 9x cubed. And then, yung constant natin na 233 over 2, pag in-integrate is 233 over 2 x lang siya. So, kunin natin yung ating corresponding shear at point A and at point B when the values are 0 and 3. So, ang shear natin at A, when x is 0, so makikita natin na ang magiging value natin, pag sinubstitute natin ang 0 sa ating mga x variable, is matitira is 233 over 2. And then, ang shear at B natin, pag sinubstitute natin yung ating x value rito na 3, ang makukuha natin is 83 over 2 or 41.5. Yan. So, check nyo na lang din sa calcul nyo, pero meron na kasi ako ditong nakaready na answer. So, ayan. So, ang shear at B natin is 83 over 2 or 41.5. And then, ang moment at A natin, so alam natin na kapag sa ating mga pin support or roller support, ang moment natin is equal to 0 dahil wala tayong napoproduce na moment sa ating mga pin support and roller supports. So, expected natin na when x is 0, ang moment natin at A is 0. And then, ang moment natin at B, when sinubstitute natin yung value ng x, when x is 3, ang makukuha natin is 549 over 2 kilonewton meter or equivalent niya in decimal is 274.5. Okay. So, proceed tayo sa ating second segment. Okay. So, dito naman sa ating second segment, pag kinat natin ito dito sa ating part ng uniformly distributed, ang magiging itsura niya is ganito. So, like I said, ang reference natin is with respect to A lahat muna. And then later on, papakita na lang natin yung kaibahan pagka binago natin yung paglalagay natin ng value ng distance x. But for now, ang x natin is with respect to A lagi. So, dito, to proceed, pag ito yung ating cut, so, ang magiging shear natin, shear at segment BC naman, ang magiging value natin is, so meron tayong pading reaction na at A na 116.5. So, ang shear natin is 233 over 2. And then, minus itong triangular load natin. So, that would be minus 1/2, 3. Then, yung ating magnitude na 50. And then, minus yung ating rectangular load na yung tinamaan ng cut ng ating segment. So, that would be 30 times anong distance, anong base ng ating rectangular load. So, magiging siyang x minus 3. So, magiging siyang times 30 times ang base natin is, since alam natin na ang distance nito is 3, so magiging siyang x minus 3. Okay. So, magiging siyang x minus 3. So, pag sinimplify natin yan guys, ang lalabas na sagot natin is, so ang shear at BC natin is 263 over 2. 263 over 2 minus 30x. Ayan. So, ano ang ating magiging range para dito sa segment na to? So, since ang x natin is with respect dito sa A, and known naman yung ating distance dito na 3, so para sa ating segment BC, ang limits natin or ang ating range value ng x would be from 3 to 6. So, ang range natin is from 3 to 6. Ayan. So, next is yung ating moment at segment BC. So, again, pagka moment at moment naman is magkakaroon lang tayo ng moment arm. So, again, pwede ulit natin i-check mamaya pag in-integrate natin yung ating shear equation is ang makukuha natin is yung ating moment equation naman. Although, remind lang guys, pagka nasa second cut na tayo onwards, magkakaroon siya ng arbitrary constant, which is yung pwedeng yun na lang yung isolve natin pagka nakuha na natin yung ating equation. So dito, ang moment at BC natin is, again, this one, pero may moment arm. So magiging siyang 233 over 2. Ang moment arm natin is x. And then minus yung ating triangular load, 1/2. Then base is 3. Ang magnitude natin is 50. And then ang distance natin mula dito sa point na to is magiging siyang x minus yung 2/3 ng 3 is 2. So magiging siyang x minus 2. And then, yung ating rectangular load naman or yung ating uniformly distributed, magiging siyang minus 30 times itong distance na to is x minus 3. So that is x minus yung known distance na 3. So ibig sabihin itong segment na to is x minus 3. So magiging siyang x minus 3. And then ang moment arm natin is x minus 3 over 2. Since yung kalahati lang with respect dito sa point na to. So pwede natin itong i-over 2 na lang and then i-squared natin yung ating given polynomial or yung ating binomial. So pag simplify natin ito guys, ang makukuha natin is 263 over 2x then minus 15x squared. And then, yung ating sinasabing arbitrary constant na magkakaroon ng plus 15. So, pag sinolve nyo naman to guys, upon checking, dapat ito ang mapalabas natin na equation. And like I said, pagka in-integrate natin yung ating shear equation, ang makukuha natin is yung ating moment equation. Pero, pagdating sa second cut onwards, magkakaroon tayo ng arbitrary constant or yung constant natin dun sa ating given equation. So, pag in-integrate natin itong constant, magkakaroon ng variable x and then integral of 30x is negative 15x squared. Question, baka pag tinanong naman natin, paano pag yung kabilang side naman yung kinonsider natin? Halimbawa, di ba sa problem na to, ang ginawa natin is kinonsider natin lahat yung left side ng ating segment. Pag yung right side naman ng kinonsider natin ng segment is ganun din, same lang din. Although mag-iba equation, pero yung shortcut natin na pagka in-integrate natin yung ating shear equation is makukuha natin yung moment equation. Yun nga lang, ang kaibahan kapag kinonsider natin yung right segment, ang magiging final moment equation natin is yung opposite sign ng ating shear equation. So for example, halimbawa, meron tayong shear equation na ganito na 263 over 2 minus 30x. So, pag in-integrate natin siya, let's say, ganito yung nakuha nating equation from the right side, is magiging siyang negative 263 over 2x, then magiging positive 15x squared. So, yun lang yung difference niya. Magiging opposite yung kanyang sign convention. So, proceed tayo. Kapag ka naman dito, since may range tayo na 3 to 6, so, kunin natin yung ating shear at B, tsaka yung ating moment at B, and then shear at C, and moment at C. So, pag sinubstitute natin to guys, when x is equals to 3, dito sa equation na to, ang makukuha natin is 83 over 2 din, or 41.5. Okay. So, makukuha natin is 83 over 2, or 41.5. So, pansin nyo guys, na dapat ang shear natin at B, dito sa side na to, is same siya dun sa shear natin dito sa unang equation natin. Although there are some cases na mag-iiba yung ating sagot, let's say, shear at B dito is may certain value, and then dun sa susunod is mag-iiba. So, nangyayari yun guys, kapag merong concentrated load or kahit sa concentrated moment. So, later on, may encounter natin yon and makikita natin kung bakit siya magiging ganun. So, dito, ang ang shear at C natin, is kapag when x is 6, ang makukuha nating shear is negative 48.5 or ang katumbas niya sa fraction is 97/2. Okay. So, kung mapapansin nyo guys, from positive shear, and then nagkaroon tayo ng biglang negative shear sa ating point C. Ibig sabihin, at segment BC, doon natin makikita yung ating dadaan siya sa zero shear. Ibig sabihin, may chances na nandun yung ating maximum moment. Bakit ko nasabi na chances lang yung maximum moment? Kasi, pag naka-encounter tayo ng ibang problems, hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon is nandun yung maximum moment sa ating zero shear. Minsan, nagkakaroon tayo ng maximum moment or sa ibang location kapag ka merong concentrated moment doon sa ating beam. So, sa ibang problems, meron tayong ganong cases. So, okay, proceed muna tayo. And then, moment at B. So, kapag sinubstitute natin yung 3 sa ating moment equation, ang makukuha nating moment at B is 274.5 or siya din yung 549/2. And then, ang moment at C natin is when x is equals to 6, ang makukuha nating moment at C is 264. Ayan. So, 264 kilonewton meter. So, kunin na natin yung ating location ng ating maximum, yung zero shear natin. Since, gaya nga ng sabi ko, ang shear natin from point B to point C is nag-change from positive to negative. So, ibig sabihin, dadaan siya sa zero shear and ilolocate natin yung ating maximum moment. So, paano natin gagawin yan, guys? So, ang sabi kasi, kapag isa-set natin sa 0 yung ating shear equation para malaman natin kung nasan yung location ng ating maximum moment. So, pag inequate natin to sa 0, so let's say 0 is equals to 263/2 minus 30x. Ang makukuha nating x is, so solve natin. So, 263/2 divided by 30, ang makukuha natin is 4.383 or 263/60. Okay. So, kung mapapansin nyo guys, or ang corresponding niya is 4.383. So, there are some cases na pagka naging quadratic yung ating equation, ibig sabihin, madami yung roots niya. Pero, more often than not, ang nakukuha naman nating roots sa mga ganong cases is either isang positive, isang negative, then for some cubic equation cases, nagkakaroon siya ng imaginary roots. Pero for this one, so nagkakaroon lang tayo ng isang roots lang. So, ang nakuha natin is 4.383. So, paano natin isang way para ma-check kung tama? So, ang value ng x natin must be pasok dun sa ating range. So, since ang range natin is from 3 to 6, and ang nakuha nating location ng ating maximum moment or zero shear is 4.383, ibig sabihin, tama yung nakuha natin na value ng x or yung ating location ng zero shear or yung ating maximum moment. Then, solve na natin ang diretso kapag when x is 4.383 or 263/60, ano yung corresponding moment natin. So, pag sinolve natin yon, dapat ang maging value niya would be between 549/2 and 264. So, kapag sinubstitute natin itong value ng x dito sa ating moment equation, ang makukuha natin is, so, 263/2 times yung ating value ng x, which is 263/30, then minus 15, 263/60 squared plus 15. So, ang nakuha natin is, wait lang. May mali. Wait lang. So, 263/2. So, ang moment natin is, O over 60. So, over 60. So, makukuha natin is 303.204 or ibig sabihin, yung ating maximum moment which is between segment BC is sige, kunin natin yung fraction para mas maayos tingnan. 69 over 240 or ang corresponding decimal value niya is 303.204. It's kilonewton meter. So, ibig sabihin, tama yung nakuha natin na value. Kasi, like I said, dapat ang maximum moment natin is, or ang value ng maximum moment natin is between 274.5 and 264. Okay? So, proceed tayo dun sa ating third cut. Pero, sige, bago tayo mag-proceed sa ating third cut, ipakita natin yung possible na pwede nating gamitin na value ng distance x. So, ito yun. Gaya nung sabi ko kanina, so pwede nating mabago yung distance x natin sa ating second cut. So, ang ginagamit natin kanina is, ito guys. So, ang x natin is from point A. And then, ang limit, ang range natin is from 3 to 6. What if nagbago yung naiset natin na distance x? So, ang x natin, since known naman na itong ating distance na to, which is 3, so pwede nating iset to as x na lang, yung unknown distance natin. Pag ang x natin, guys, is ito na, from the legs ng ating triangle, ang magiging range natin is from 0 to 3 naman siya. So, ito yon, from 0 to 3. Okay? So, tandaan yun, guys, ha? So, from 0 to 3. And then, magkakaroon tayo ng changes pagdating sa ating shear equation. Although, expectedly, dapat ang value natin is maging same lamang. So, na-ready ko na yung ating equation. So, ang shear natin, kapag consider natin si figure A, so magiging siyang 233 over 2 minus 1/2. Yung area ng triangle natin, ito is 3, and then 50, yung ating magnitude, minus 30, then yung base ng ating uniformly distributed load is x minus 3. So, ito yun, guys. So, iwan ko na sa inyo yung simplification. And then, for the moment equation, is 233 over 2 times yung moment arm natin, na from here to here, is distance x, and then minus yung ating triangle, 1/2, base times height, and then yung moment arm natin is x minus 2. So, ito yon. So, x minus, alam natin na ang resultant nitong ating load na to is located 2/3 from the vertex or 1/3 from the legs ng ating triangle. So, dahil dito tayo with respect tayo dito sa point na to, so magiging siyang x minus 2/3 ng 3, which is 2. So, x minus 2 yung ating moment arm. And then minus 30 times base natin is x minus 3. And then ang moment arm natin is yung half na x minus 3, since alam natin na pagka-rectangular ang ating load, ang kanyang resultant or yung kanyang corresponding resultant force is located sa gitna ng ating load. So, x minus 3 over 2. Then, kapag ang ginamit naman natin is yung ating figure B, so let's say na if set natin yung x natin from the legs of the triangle, so ang magiging difference niya is, so ang shear natin is 233 over 2, and then minus, so same pa rin, 1/2, base times yung magnitude or yung height ng ating triangle, minus 30, then ang base na lang natin is yung ating x. Unlike dito sa una, x minus 3 siya, since ang x natin is with respect to point A. And then, sa moment natin, is magiging siyang 233 over 2. Ang moment arm natin is x plus 3. So, x plus 3, and then minus yung ating triangle, 1/2, base, 3, and then height natin is 50, and then ang moment arm natin is x plus yung 1/3 ng ating base na 3, so x plus 1. and then minus 30 times base x, and then x over 2 yung ating moment arm. So, ayun. So, I leave the simplification sa inyo guys. Pero upon checking, dapat maging same lang yung ating value. So, dito, pagka ang ginamit natin is yung figure A. So, when shear is 0, ang makukuha nating value is 4.383. Or katulad ng ating nakuha kanina doon sa ating unang equation. Pero, kapag dito sa isa, ang makukuha natin is 1.383. So, bakit siya nag-iba? Mapapansin natin na dito sa ating unang figure, sa figure A natin, ang range natin is from 3 to 6. Pero dun sa ating figure B, ang x natin is from 0 to 3. Kaya ang expected value natin ng location is 1.383. Pero pag na-drawing natin siya mamaya guys, is makikita natin kung sino yung 1.383 lang. Okay? So, pag sinolve natin yun guys, when x is 3 sa figure A, dapat ang makuha nating sagot would be same lang. So, iwan ko na sa inyo yung part ng pagko-compute. Pero dapat ang makuha nating value is same lamang. Okay? So, practice na yun para sa atin guys. So, baliktad sa ating problem. So, okay. So, nandun na tayo sa ating third cut. So, sa ating third cut is ito ang magiging figure natin. Okay? Although, pwede nating gamitin is yung right side na. Pero, for the sake ng discussion, so, minsan kasi sa ating mga schoolworks, minsan si instructor or si prof is nire-require na isa lamang yung reference. And minsan, yun yung with respect lang sa lagi sa point A or dun sa pinakadulong part ng ating span. Okay? So, proceed tayo. So, para sa ating third cut, so ito na yung ating magiging figure. Kinat natin siya dito sa ating after nitong point na to. So, between CD naman siya. So, okay? So, magiging siyang shear at segment CD. So, dito guys, ang magiging shear at segment CD natin would be, ano magiging equation natin bale sa ating third cut. So, dito, alam natin na meron tayong reaction na 116.5. And then, again, ang x natin is itong part na to. Okay? So ang shear natin at segment CD is 233 over 2, then minus 1/2, yung base natin ng triangle is 3, and then magnitude is 50, and then itong part ng uniform load natin is minus 30 times yung distance nito or yung ating base length nito is 3, and then minus yung ating concentrated load na 50. Okay? So, pag kinuha natin to guys, ang magiging shear natin at CD would be constant lamang. So, ang makukuha natin is negative 98.5 or negative 197 over 2 kilonewton. Or, ang corresponding decimal niya is negative 98.5. So, ito yung sinasabi natin kanina guys, na hindi na parehas yung nakuha nating shear at a certain point. So, di ba? Kung i-recall natin, ang shear natin sa C is negative 97 over 2 or negative 48.5. So, ang reason kung bakit nagkaroon ng pagbabago is dahil dito sa ating concentrated load at point C. So, dito, ibig sabihin lamang nito, ang shear natin as it approaches point C is negative 48.5. But, as soon as it reaches yung point C mismo, magkakaroon tayo ng changes due to this concentrated load na 50. So, kung mapapansin natin guys, pag add natin yung ating value ng ating point load, which is negative 50 dahil ang direction niya is downward. So, negative 97 over 2 or negative 48.5 minus 5, minus 50 I mean, is magiging negative 98.5. Okay. So, ang range natin dito guys is, anong magiging range natin dito? So, again, ang x natin is mula dito. So, ang magiging range natin is from 6 to 8. So, from distance 6 hanggang 8. So, paano yun? Wala tayong variable x. Ibig lamang sabihin, later on sa ating diagram, makikita natin na ibig sabihin from point C to a certain point is, or from point C to point D is wala magiging change in shear. So, magiging constant yung shear natin from point C to D. Okay? Then, kunin naman natin yung ating moment equation at segment CD. So, at segment CD, so ang moment natin is, again, lalagyan lang natin ng moment arm itong ating shear equation. So, magiging siyang 233 over 2. And then, ang moment arm natin is x. And then, minus 1/2. Base natin is 3. Magnitude is 50. And then, anong moment arm natin dito sa ating triangle? Magiging siyang x minus, yung distance nito is from 2/3 from the vertex is x minus 2. So, magiging siyang x minus 2. Then para sa ating uniform load, magiging siyang 30 times, anong base natin? 3. And then anong moment arm natin? So magiging siyang x minus 3 minus yung kalahati nito. Or magiging siyang x minus 9 over 2. Or 4.5. And then, may concentrated load tayo. So, minus 50 times, moment arm natin is x minus, yung distance nito from A to C is 6. Magiging siyang x minus 6. So, pag sinimplify natin ito guys, again, so pwede natin gawin is integrate lang natin ito and then hanapin na lang natin yung ating corresponding constant. So, ang moment at CD is negative 197 over 2 x plus, pag kinuha natin yung ating mga constant dito, so, ang constant natin is negative 1/2, 3 times 50 times negative 2 minus 30 times 3 times negative 9/2 and minus 50 times negative 6 is 855. So, kunin natin yung ating corresponding shear values and moment values at point C and point D. So, ang shear at C natin, moment at C, and then shear at D, and then moment at D. Okay? So, ang shear at C natin, so, gaya sabi natin kanina, so, negative 98.5 lang dahil wala tayong isa-substitute na value ng x dahil wala tayong x variable dito. So, ibig sabihin, ang shear at C natin and shear at D is equal. So, magiging lang siyang negative 197 over 2 and 197 over 2. Pero, dun sa ating moment at C, tsaka moment at D, since may variable x tayo, pag sinubstitute natin ang ating 6, ang makukuha natin is 264. So, di ba sabi natin, dapat same siya sa value ng ating previous equation. So, kung babalikan natin, ang moment at C natin is 264. And then, ang moment at D natin is, pag sinubstitute natin yung 8 dito sa ating equation, ang makukuha nating moment is 67 kilonewton meter. Okay? So, ayan. Then, proceed tayo dun sa ating last segment, which is yung ating segment DE. So, sa ating segment DE, so, itong gamit nating, ito magiging itsura ng segment DE natin. Again, considering reference at point A. So, kung tutusin, kung mapapansin nyo guys, ang magkakaroon lang ng konting changes is dahil lang dito sa ating concentrated moment. So, Sige, proceed tayo. So, ang share natin at DE would be, so, yung reaction natin na 116.5 or 233 over 2. So, magiging siyang 233 over 2. Then, minus yung ating triangular load. So, again, 1/2, 3 times 50. And then, yung ating uniform load na 30 times 3. And then, minus yung ating concentrated load na 50. Okay. So, minus 50. Then, bakit hindi natin isasama si 130? Kasi guys, ito ay shear equation. So, ibig sabihin, itong couple natin na to na 130 kN meter, hindi natin siya isasama dahil hindi siya part ng magkakos ng shear sa ating figure. So, pag sinimplify natin to, ang V, shear at DE natin, would again, katulad lang siya ng ating previous na equation. So, it would be na 197 over 2 or negative 98.5. So, anong range naman natin dito? So, since ito ay from A ulit, ang range natin would be 8 to 10. Yan, tama. So, 8 to 10. So, proceed tayo. Continue tayo sa ating moment, DE. So, again, sabi natin kanina, lalagyan lang natin ng moment arm yung ating shear equation. So, magiging siyang 233 over 2. Then, ang moment arm natin is X. Okay. And then, 1/2 base 50. And then, ang moment arm natin is X minus 2. Yun. So, X minus 2. Then, minus yung 30 times 3. Then, ang moment arm natin is, so, X minus 3 minus 1.5 dahil yung half nating no ating uniform load. So, magiging siyang X minus 9 over 2 or 4.5. And then, minus yung ating concentrated load na 50. Then, ang moment arm natin is X minus, ano yung distance natin from A to C? So, 6. So, 6. And then, yung ating moment na clockwise. So, di bang sabi natin is counterclockwise must be equals to clockwise. So, ibig sabihin, ang sign convention ng ating 130 kN na couple is positive. So, plus 130. And then, pag sinimplify natin ito, is again, integration nito, and then yung ating constant. So, pag sinimplify natin ito guys, ang makukuha natin is negative 197 over 2x plus, so kung mapapasin natin guys, walang nagbago dito. Except lang dun sa ating plus 130. So, pwede nating i-add na lang si plus 130 dito sa ating constant. So, magiging siyang plus 985. Okay. Then, solve natin yung ating shear at D, moment at D, shear at E, and then moment at E. Okay. So, pansin natin guys, wala tayong variable X, so wala tayong paglalagay ng ating mga range na X values. So, ibig sabihin, constant yung ating shear from point D to E. Pero di ba ang sabi natin, kailangan mapabalik natin sa 0 yung ating shear sa ating sa diagram natin later on. Kung mapapansin natin guys, ang reaction natin at point E, nung kinompute natin siya is 98.5, direction is upward. So, ibig sabihin, i-add natin siya dun sa ating shear at E mamaya. And pag in-add natin yon, babalik tayo sa 0. Ayun. So, ayan. So, negative 197 over 2. Negative 197 over 2 or 98.5. And then, ang moment natin at D, kapag sinubstitute natin yung ating X values dito, na 8, ang makukuha natin is 197. So, kung mapapansin natin, hindi parehas yung ating moment at D dito and then moment at D dito sa ating previous equation. So, ano kaya ang dahilan? So, kung mapapansin natin sa given natin guys, ang assumption natin dito is ang clockwise natin is positive. So, kung mapapansin natin, moment at D natin is 67. Pero meron tayong existing na concentrated moment at point D, which is positive 130 kN meter. Ibig sabihin, pag inad natin si 130 kay 167, ang makukuhan kay 67 I mean is 197. So yun yung reason. Katulad siya nung share natin kanina na from negative 48.5 is naging negative 98.5 dahil yon sa ating concentrated moment at point C. So same thing din with concentrated moment at point D. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng changes ng moment at D at segment CD and at segment DE natin is naging 197 yung ating moment. So at point E, so expected natin na dapat is mag-0 yung ating moment at E. Bakit? Dahil since ito ay roller support, alam natin na walang mag-generate na moment sa ating support E. So, pag sinubstitute natin yung ating 10 sa ating given dito, so this is 98.5 in decimal form. So, times 10. So, magiging siyang 985 din. So, plus 985 would be 0. Okay. So, there are some cases na pag ginamit natin yung ibang method, which is yung area method, which we will be discussing later on din kung paano natin gagawin yon. Minsan nagkakaroon ng discrepancies, lalo na pagka decimal yung ginagamit natin. But as long as it is almost 0, so pwede natin i-consider as tama yon. Okay? So, okay. So, okay na tayo sa equation, guys. So, pwede na tayo mag-proceed sa ating shear and moment diagram. So, i-summarize lang natin yung ating mga nakuhang values. Okay? So, dito sa part na to is makikita nyo na kung ano yung itsura ng ating shear and moment diagram dapat. So, recall natin, ang reaction natin at A is 233 over 2 or 116.5. And then, ang reaction natin at E is 197 over 2 or 98.5. Ang shear at A natin is 116.5. And then, ang shear at B natin is 41.5. And then, ang shear natin kanina, kung mapapansin ninyo, kung marirecall natin, ang shear at C natin is negative 48.5. So, ito yun guys. So, negative 48.5. Pero, dahil nga sa ating concentrated load, magkakaroon tayo ng, magbabago siya from negative 48.5 to negative 98.5. And then, ang shear natin at D hanggang E, kung mapapansin natin is walang changes. So, negative 98.5. Pero gaya ng sabi ko kanina, pagdating sa point E, due to the effect of the reaction sa support, which is upward motion, babalik siya sa 0. So, ang shear at E natin is from negative 98.5, magiging 0 din siya eventually. Kasi yun yung goal natin guys, di ba? Pag gagawa tayo ng shear and moment diagram, is mapabalik natin sa 0 yung ating diagram dun sa ating mga supports. Okay? So, moment at A, gaya ng sabi natin kanina, expected na 0. And also at moment at E is 0 dahil siya ay pin support and roller support. So, kailan lang ba tayo nagkakaroon ng moment? Kapag ang support natin is fixed and dead. So, recall lang natin guys. So, kanina, nung nag-solve tayo, ang ginamit nating segment is yung left side. Kaya ang direction ng moment natin is pa-counterclockwise. And then, ang shear natin is going downward. Pero, pag ang ginamit nating segment is yung right side, pag kinonsider natin yung right side, it would be the opposite. So, dito magiging clockwise and then upward yung ating shear value natin. Okay? So, pag sinubstitute natin yung ating mga corresponding values sa ating shear diagram, so, ang shear natin at A is 116.5 and it's positive, kaya upward. Okay, so upward lang din guys. And then, ang B natin is 41.5. Pero, ano ang magiging itsura ng ating shear diagram? So, meron tayo ditong notes na ibig sabihin is load, shear, and then moment. Okay? So, dito muna tayo sa unang part natin, sa load and between shear. So, ang load natin, ang sabi kapag increasing yung ating load, ang itsura ng ating magiging shear diagram would be going this way. Or yung concavity natin is parang ganito. Okay? So, ano ang degree ng ating shear diagram? Kung mapapansin natin guys, ang degree ng ating load is first degree. So, pagdating natin sa shear diagram, dapat na siyang maging second degree and then para siyang sad face. Yung tatawag nating sad face. Yan. So, from 116.5, magiging siyang 41.5. And second degree yung ating curve. And then, from 41.5 at shear at B, and then magiging negative 48.5 kapag ka nasa ating point C. Okay? So, from 41.5, magiging negative 48.5. Pero, dahil doon sa effect ng ating concentrated load, bababa pa siya ng 50 units. So, from negative 48.5, magiging negative 98.5. And then, as we proceed, negative 98.5 ang shear at D hanggang sa ating E. So, kung mapapansin natin guys, wala tayong change in load distribution from point C to E. Kaya, ang expected natin, ang shear natin would be uniform din. So, walang changes. Paano si 130? Kay moment siya magbibigay ng changes. Dahil ang focus natin, alam natin na ang moment is hindi nagkakos ng shear effect sa ating structure or sa ating figure. So, negative 98.5 and then due to the reaction, ibabalik siya sa 0. And then, dito natin sa ating moment at A is 0. So, ito yon. And then, since ang sabi natin dito, ang moment natin is positive 274.5. Okay? So, mapapansin nyo guys, may mga decimal discrepancies. Effect ito pagka ginamit natin yung ating area method, which we will be discussing later on sa ating video. Okay? So, ituturo ko na rin sa inyo guys kung paano yung isang way para mas mapabilis yung paggagawa natin ng ating shear diagram and moment diagram using yung tinatawag natin na area method. Okay? So, paano naman yung magiging itsura niya? So, since itong shear natin is second degree, ang moment natin should be laging plus 1 degree. So, magiging siyang third degree na. Third degree na yung curve natin. Then, paano yung itsura ng curvature niya? So, dito naman, kung mapapansin natin, pagka ang shear natin is increasing, para siyang happy face, or ganyan ang itsura ng curvature, pero pagka decreasing, para siyang sad face. So, mapapansin natin dito guys, ang shear natin is from 116 to 41.5. So, ibig sabihin, ang shear natin from point A to point B is decreasing. So, decreasing ang ating shear, kaya ang moment natin would be parang sad face. So, ito yon. So, from here, magiging 274.5, and then ang curvature niya is parang sad face. And then, sa ating moment at B, ito nga yan, 274. And then, di ba, kung marirecall natin guys, ang sabi natin, since dumaan sa zero shear yung ating figure, ibig sabihin, doon natin malalaman yung ating maximum moment. So, kung matatanda natin guys, yung sinulong natin kanina, so ito yon. So, 303.204 or may konting discrepancy dahil yun sa area method yung ginamit ko pag kuha ng values dito. So, ito yon. So, ang location niya, kung marirecall natin, is 4.383 from point A. So, ito yon. So, 3 plus 1.383. Kaya 4.383. And kung marirecall natin guys kanina, pagka ang x natin na nai-set is ito lang, makukuha natin is 1.383, which is between this one and this one. So, from here hanggang dito sa ating point of inflection is 4.383 or 267 over 60 in fraction. So, makukuha natin is 303.22 ang ating moment. And as for this figure, siya yung ating positive maximum moment. And then at point C is 264.03. So may discrep ng konti. So 264 yung nakuha natin kanina. So ang ating itsura is, since kung mapapansin natin, 'di ba ang sabi natin, pagka ang shear natin is decreasing, so para siyang sad face. Ganyan. And then ito, from 0 to negative, decreasing pa rin siya. Huwag tayong mako-confuse guys na baka isipin natin papalaki yung ating diagram. Ang titingnan natin guys is yung numerical value considering the sign. So since ito is from 0 to negative, alam natin na decreasing yung ating value ng shear. So parang sad face pa din yung ating itsura ng curve. And since ito is first degree, ito is second degree. So first degree to dahil ito ay ang slope nito is 0 or 0 degree yung ating, or horizontal lang yung ating given load. So, ang moment at D is 264.03, pero base doon sa nakuha natin kanina, using shear and moment equation, is 264 exact. And then, proceed tayo. So, papunta ng D, since this is zero slope, or horizontal line lang, so ang expected natin na degree ng ating moment diagram is first degree. So, since ito is negative part, so pababa pa rin. So, 264, from 264, nagi siyang, meron tayong isang value kanina, di ba guys, na 67 kN yung ating nakuhang moment at D. So, ito yon, baba muna siya ng 67.3, pero, like I said, dahil sa effect ng ating positive, ng ating moment or couple na 130 kN, which is, clockwise. So, aangat siya ng 130 units. So, kung halimbawa naman na ito is counter, so, ang gagawin natin is pa-minus naman. Pero for this one, so, mag-i-increase siya from 67 to 197. And then, ang moment natin at E is babalik siya sa 0. So, ngayon naman is, i-discuss natin kung paano yung tinatawag natin na area method. So, ibig sabihin nun, kahit wala tayong na-produce na shear equation or moment equation, is magagawa natin or madodrawing natin yung ating shear and moment diagram. So, okay, so start natin. So, as long as meron na tayong reaction sa ating mga supports, so magagawa na natin yung ating shear and moment diagram gamit lang yung ating area method. So, paano yon? So, dito is meron tayong 116.5 or 233/2 going upward. So, from 0, aangat tayo ng 116.5 units. Okay? And then, since ang ating load is pababa or pushing siya downward, so ima-minus natin yung ating area ng ating load. So, kung makikita natin, so siya ay 116.5 minus yung ating area ng ating load, which is 1/2 base times yung magnitude or yung height. Ang lalabas sa atin is 41.5, which is this one. Okay. So, tuloy tayo. So, from 41.5, again, this is going downward. So, ima-minus natin yung ating area ng ating load. So, minus 30 times 3. So, makukuha natin is negative 48.5, which is this one. And then, meron tayong concentrated load at point C. So, again, downward ang motion. So, minus 50. So, which is negative 98.5. And then, since wala tayong changes in load from point C to E, ganun sabi natin kanina, yung ating mga loads lang, hindi kasama muna si couple. So, tuloy-tuloy lang yung ating negative 98.5 hanggang makakarating tayo dun sa ating support. Dahil wala namang given loadings dito sa ating from point C to E, except lang yung sa ating moment, which is gagamitin natin sa ating moment diagram. So, from negative 98.5, alam natin ang reaction at E is 98.5 going upward. So, i-add lang natin siya, which will bring back the value to 0. Okay? So, yun yung ating, para sa ating shear diagram. Ngayon, paano naman yung ating moment diagram? Okay. So, hatiin lang natin tong part na to and I'll explain later kung bakit. Okay. So, paano natin makukuha tong ating area ng ating shear diagram para magawa yung ating moment diagram? So, kung mapapansin natin, ito ay second degree parabolic curve. And ang alam natin na ang area ng ating parabola, kapag ganito ang itsura, is 2/3 base times height. Pero note lang guys, magagawa lamang natin iyon ng diretso kapag alam natin na ang slope natin dito sa point na to is 0. Ang slope natin. So, paano natin malalaman na ang slope natin is 0? Yun ay kapag ang magnitude ng ating given load or ng ating triangular load is from 0. Ibig sabihin, kapag pala hindi ito 0, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin ng diretso yung ating 2/3 base times height para sa parabolic curve natin na to. So, gagawa na lang ako ng separate video na merong discussion about that kind of loading system. Pero for this video, alam natin na 0 magnitude ang ating triangular load or yung ating varying load. So, alam natin na ito ay magiging 0 slope. So, ibig sabihin, pwede natin gamitin yung 2/3 base times height. Pero hanggang saan lang yung ating parabolic curve? Hanggang dito lang. Kaya ko siya na-cut dito. So, kukunin ulit natin yung area nitong segment na to. So, ang magiging area nito is 2/3. Ang base natin is 3. And then, ang height natin is yung 116.5 minus 41.5. Okay, so 2/3. Ang base natin is 3. Ang height natin is 116.5 minus, i-minus natin yung value ng height netong part na to, which is 41.5. And then, i-add natin, since nasa positive side tayo, i-add pa rin natin yung ating area neto. Anong area neto, guys? So, 41.5 times 3. So, 41.5 times 3. So, makukuha natin is 274.5, which is itong value natin na to. Okay? So, proceed tayo. So, 274.5 and then i-add natin yung area neto. So, ano ba ang distance neto, guys? So, alam natin na ito ay 1.383. Since nasa positive side pa rin siya, i-add pa rin natin siya. So, plus 1/2 yung area ng ating triangle. Ang base natin is 1.383. And then, anong height natin? Yung 41.5. So, 303.2. So, ito yan. So, medyo malapit naman siya. So, may discrepancy lang ng konti. So, dahil yun sa mga decimals na ginamit natin. Okay? And then, so ito yung ating max moment. Positive maximum moment. And then, since ito naman is nasa negative side, ima-minus naman natin siya. So, ima-minus natin from 303.22 or from 303.2. Then, minus 1/2. Anong base natin? So, ang base natin dito is 3 minus 1.383. So, 3 minus 1.383 times ang height natin is itong triangle lang na to para sa segment BC. So, 48.5. So, ine-neglect na natin yung sign, guys, ano? Or, isama natin, I mean. Pero dahil naka-minus naman na siya, so, same thing lang naman din siya. So, ima-minus kasi natin is negative na. So, 263.98 or 264. So, nandito siya, guys. So, malapit naman siya. So, pasensya na, guys, dun sa ating mga decimal values. Okay? So, and then, i-minus natin again itong ating area na itong rectangle natin. So, bakit minus? Dahil nasa negative side na siya ng ating diagram. So, minus 98.5. Ito na yon. Ang height natin is from here to here is 98.5 times 2. So, 66.9 or 67 So, ito na yun guys. And then, gaya ng sabi natin kanina, may existing concentrated moment tayo. So, plus, dahil siya ay clockwise. So, plus 130. Or 196.9 or 197. And then minus, ulit natin ito, dahil nasa negative side, 98.5 times yung base natin na 2. So, negative 0.0 or we can consider it as 0 na siya kagad. So, yan. So, that's it for now guys. So, sana may natutunan tayo and thank you for watching.